Hi, welcome to a new episode of The Young and the Restless. We see Sharon is back at the coffee house, her and Faith, and they are opening for business. However, Faith is still suffering through her trauma as we see she has flashbacks and tells her mom that she just had a moment. And Sharon tells her that things won't just magically go away. One day at a time, she has to take it. Then we see Chance arrives, and Chance is surprised that they are at work because he checked the house at the ranch before he got there. Chance asks Sharon how sure is she feeling and is Faith really okay? Then we see Adam visits the hospital room, but Sally is sleeping and Adam runs off. But then we see Sally wakes up and I'm not sure she saw him. But then we see Vick and Nikki is at Newman and Vick wanna discuss work, but Nikki is shaken up by what happened with Sharon, Faith, and Nick. Nikki gives Vick the rundown, and Vick tells her that she thinks that Nick should take a break. Nikki doesn't like it, and Vick says that it's so he can recover. Nikki also tells her that Sally lost the baby. Then we see Nick arrives at the hospital with food, and Sally tells Nick that Adam showed up, but she pretended that she was asleep, and she expressed how much she is mad at Adam. Nick then tells her that Adam also lost a baby too. We see Vic says that her heart goes out to Sally, Nick, and Adam, but she still believes that Nick should take some time off. Nikki questions if it is sisterly concern or Vic has other motives. Nikki says that it should be Nick's choice on whether or not he should take a time off. Then we see Sally asks Nick if he is seriously defending Adam, and Nick explains that he was forced to make an impossible situation also, and he understands what Adam went through. Then he tells Sally his situation where he had to choose between Sharon and Faith, and tells her that they eventually did kill Cameron. Nick continues to defend Adam, and Sally says that it's not the same thing. Back at the coffee house, Sharon tells Chance that she is doing okay. But I can't really believe that Cameron is just dead that easily. Like, something is off here. Then we see Chance compliment Sharon for saving their lives. And Adam comes in and attacks Chance for being absent when Sharon and Faith needed him, and asks why wasn't he there for Sharon and Faith. Then we see Sharon tells Adam that's enough and Chance was a hero. And Faith comes out and tells Adam that he needs to be not nice to Chance. And Chance risks his life to save her and says that both Chance and Adam are heroes to her. Then Adam says that he is none and he walks away. Then Sharon goes after him and Adam apologizes for his actions. Sharon tells Adam to be kind to himself, and Adam believes that he should be going through hell. He doesn't need any sympathy after what he did. Back at Newman, Vic claims that she is removing Nick for Nate, and Nikki stressed again that it should be Nick's choice. Nate arrives and claims that he has ideas for Newman Media, but Nikki calls Nate out for his agenda to get rid of Nick. Nick then says to Sally that he knows Adam was doing his best and making the best choice, and says that Adam loves her and will always put her first. Sally asks if Nick would have made the same decision. Would he had chosen Sharon over Faith? Nick says that it's not the same situation, and Sally cries and says that you would have saved Faith. You wouldn't have saved Sharon. If it was you, you would have saved my little girl, unlike Adam. I'm like, sorry, Sally, you're doing too much here. Way too much, and giving Nick too much credit. At least Adam could have made a choice. Nick was a coward in the moment. Then we see Nikki tells Victoria to wait a few days before she make any decisions and not to count on her to back her up if Nick objects, and she leaves. After she leaves, Vic apologized to Nate for her mother being rude, and she insists that Nick should take time off and she needs Nate in the Newman capacity role. Then we see Sharon tells Adam to give himself grace and not think it's karma. But Adam says that he lost all bond with Sally when he made that choice. Back at Newman, Vic calls Nick to come to the office to talk. Then we see Sally tells him that he can go, and Sally says that it's okay, she wants to sleep. Then Nick tries to defend Adam again, and Sally doesn't want to hear it. And he tells Sally to forgive Adam, and Sally claims how much Nick is a good man. And he tells her to let the hate go so she can heal, and tells her that he loves her and asks Sally to move in with him. Then he leaves. Then we see Sharon tells Adam to call if he needs her. And then we see Nick arrives and Adam asks if Sally is okay. And Nick assures Adam that he made the best decision and tells him to give Sally some space to heal with her emotions. Adam leaves, and then we see Sharon and Nick discuss how it felt like almost losing a kid because they lost Cassie, and Faith tells them that she wants to leave GC. Sharon says that she has been through trauma now. It's not the time to make a big decision. But Faith says that GC reminds her of Cameron. She wants to go back to living a normal life again. Back at Newman, Nate says that Nikki isn't happy about the decision, and he doubts Victor will be pleased also. Then we see Vic believes that she is doing the right thing. Then Nate warns that she may have a battle in her hands, and Vic makes out with Nate. That's all she does. Then we see Adam goes back to the hospital, and Sally is still there sleeping, pretending, and he says that he is trying to explain, and seems like Sally is just ignoring him and pretending to sleep. Adam cries and explains his situation anyhow and tells her how much he loves her and loved the baby. And Adam says that he chose Sally because he loves her, but Sally still no reaction. Back at Newman, Vic questions what Audra and Nate were talking about the other night at the club, and says Audra seems very energized, and Vic asks if he is okay with Audra's ambition. Then we see Nick arrives and Nate leaves, and she hugs Nick, and Nick says Cameron is gone and we can all move on. Then Vic tells Nick that Sally and his family needs him. Nick questions why is she so concerned, and Vic asks him to take a leave of absence. Then we see Sharon cries to Chance that Faith is leaving, and Chance tells her that she will be okay, and so will you. Then Sharon tells Chance that she doesn't blame him for anything with Cameron. Then we see Nate walks into society, approaches Nikki, and she tells Nate that people he meets with are impressed by his work at Newman Media. But Nate announced that Audra is the new head of Newman Media, and Nikki says you have moved on so fast to focus on Newman. Nick isn't even gone yet. But Nate claims that he is doing what's best for the company, and Nikki reminds Nate that he doesn't always do what's best for any company. Nikki warns Nate to proceed with a very, very careful caution. Then we see Adam cries and begs for forgiveness and says that he will never forgive himself, kisses Sally's hands and leaves. And we see after he leaves, Sally opens her eyes and cries. Then we see Nick tells Vic that it won't be necessary, and Vic tries to convince Nick to leave and tells Nick to think about it. Nick says working will help him get through the disaster. Nick says no thank you. Then Vic yells and tells him that he can't see clearly and her decision has been made. Thanks for watching. Bye.